A brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. You earn a reputation by trying to do hard things well. All businesses need to be young forever. If your customer base ages with you, you're Woolworths. There are two kinds of companies, those that work to raise process and those that work to lower them. We want to make money when people use our devices, not when they buy our devices. Any business plan won't survive its first encounter with reality. The reality will always be different. It will never be the plan. There are two ways to extend a business. Take inventory of what you are good at and extend out from your skills. Or determine what your customers need and work backwards, even if it requires learning new skills. We expect all our businesses to have a positive impact on our top and bottom lines. Profitability is very important to us or we wouldn't be in this business. Your margin is my opportunity. To invent you have to experiment, and if you know in advance that it's going to work, it's not an experiment. A company shouldn't get addicted to being shiny, because shiny doesn't last. Staying in day one requires you to experiment patiently, accept failures, plant seeds, protect saplings, and double down when you see customer delight. If you only do things where you know the answer in advance, your company goes away. No customer was asking for Echo. This was definitely us wandering. Market research doesn't help. If you're long-term oriented, customer interests and shareholder interests are aligned. What we need to do is always lean into the future. When the world changes around you and when it changes against you, what used to be a tailwind is now a headwind. You have to lean into that and figure out what to do because complaining isn't a strategy. The best customer service is if the customer doesn't need to call you, doesn't need to talk to you, it just works. You can have the best technology, you can have the best business model, but if the storytelling isn't amazing, it won't matter. Nobody will watch. I know that if I failed I wouldn't regret that, but I know the one thing I might regret is not trying. We take risks all the time, we talk about failure. We need big failures in order to move the needle. If we don't, we're not swinging enough. You really should be swinging hard, and you will fail, but that's okay. The common question that gets asked in business is, why? That's a good question, but an equally valid question is why not? The thing that motivates me is a very common form of motivation. And that is, with other folks counting on me, it's so easy to be motivated. In order to be a $200 billion company, we've got to learn how to sell clothes and food. The most important single thing is to focus obsessively on the customer. Our goal is to be Earth's most customer-centric company.